Cool. I'll go for the long talks probably near the end of this recording, honestly. Just thought we could try to bust through a lot of them. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. A, he stepped in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you, but that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Kupo nuts. You'd do good to remember that. Karen. Oh, I forgot the other letter. Search for lost tome. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story. Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Okay. So we'll speak with our Hippocrates, and I wonder where exactly we're going to go for this book then. Because so far, she hasn't really given a place. Also, is this the lady who talked about the
be careful
clothes?
up there. But if you happen to snag your britches on anything, be sure to bring them back to me. I'll get them patched up right away.
Good to know. But yeah, I'm glad at least we're getting near the end of this. That way I can kind of move on to the next Final Fantasy, which is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. No, sorry, not remake. I'll do Reunion, since it fits chronologically, and then I'll do Remake. Hopefully get that done before Rebirth.
Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay, so this will actually take me to Ash. An inconvenient truth. Alright, well, wrong button. So what area in Ash are we talking about here? Oh, we're talking about all the way up here. All the... Garmick. Okay, so it's not the arena, it's... Alright, it's that little side area that I thought about exploring, but decided not to. But as you can see, I currently have the Zantetsuken level 5. Don't really want to use it on one enemy though, so let's see if I can at least or kill him. That one's safe. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. When we get to that village, I won't be surprised if there is someone there. Huh, I'll be darned. They do give a good amount of experience. I heard the hounds in this region that were somewhere in this big area. I didn't know if it was up by the steps or here. But there might be another pack, possibly. And it looks like they do actually give a good amount of experience. Sorry about that random pause. I had to do a quick yawn. But it's a little tired for some reason. Alright, in here we'll go then.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Yeah, pretty much everywhere in Waloed looks abandoned. Like it's a place that is essentially the most corrupted. With Akashic and things of that nature. Oh, I was kind of hoping he'd just randomly just start yelling out the names. Like Ramu and Odin. But no, that didn't happen. Might have been a better idea to wait to kick that open, but whatever.
His interests were certainly varied.
Interesting. The Fall of the Bearers. Huh.
This is it.
Oh, from a distance.
But
Nice.
if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Royal Intelligencer Training Report. Alright, leave. Ah, I knew there'd be something.
Leaving so soon, stranger. We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
Ah, we do got a big guy. Excellent. Does a lot more damage now. Plus, I didn't realize till I was grinding with this. If I can actually get a dodge here, I can actually show you guys. Except I am sucking right now at dodging.
Slow.
Oh, no, it's not supposed to just be a precision dodge. It's supposed to be... There it is. Flash of steel. When you do a precision dodge, you also do a powerful strike. Which is awesome. It's a good time for Emmy to show you guys this move. The Dance of Steel. Now do another Sukin. Flames of Rebirth. Then we'll do Raging Fist and see if that'll take him out. icons and moves I'll actually want for... Because I'm sure Ultima will be our final fight. So I don't know what ones I'd want for him. Clutch mine.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
That's very interesting to learn from him. Plus, it's actually very valid points. Hence, which leads back to the whole thing on history is written by the winners, and those interpretations are essentially what are viewed as the truth. What many know is the truth, and what few know is false.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Nice. So far, these quests actually seem more heartwarming, more heartfelt. Scholar's Bonnet. Vivian Ninetail's scholarly headwear, awarded to her upon the completion of her studies at the University of Canver. Give the men and women of this benign world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you as I do, Vivian Ninetails. Cool.